Welcome and a good morning. Today we are going to be continue working on this guardhouse. It is getting close to being finished, so I think we should be able to knock this out today and have it done. Should not be impossible. I still need to do some work on the walls and some of the bricks, and maybe add some foliage and stuff to it. So that should be doable, and it should be just a nice, relaxing stream. Hello, Stromal. Good to see you in chat. I think I will be starting with just painting or finishing the walls. And I will do it like I did last time. Just need to adjust the camera a little bit so I can actually work on it at the same time. Last time I just made like this easy mix. It is almost 50-50 of raw sienna, like a light yellowish brown, and just white, which gives it this creamish color. And I use this mix for a lot of stuff. I use it for the walls, I use it for the final highlight on both the wood and the bricks and stone. So it just makes it easier and makes it a bit more cohesive. So everything kind of blends in well together. Hopefully we should also have some time to do a little bit more, some finishing touches on the bridge. Well, I will just have to see. I am not the most efficient hobby guy, hobbyist, I guess is the word. Just mixing this together on the servo skull palette. I think I will be needing a little bit more white to the mix. It's looking a bit too brownish at the moment. Just a little squirt of a dash of the white. Let's see. And it should be a nice mix. Yeah, that is looking good. So I think it's not 50-50, it's more like 60-40 or 70-30 in favor of the white with this mix. That is looking okay. I will just get my I have some really dirty water here. Maybe I should, yeah, I'll just get another box. Like so. Just need some clean water. Not. It's not that important when you're working with terrain, especially when you're making like dirty terrain, like I am. But I would like to have a little bit control over what I'm doing with regards to the colors and stuff. So I'm just adding a little bit of water because I want it to be kind of thin, not a wash, but I don't want perfect coverage either. As you can already see, the darker brown is showing through the light layers. So I'm just adding a thin layer to this, so that you still have some control, and if you want like some of the dirty spots to be showing, then you can just not put like really thick coverage there. You don't have to be super precise here, but I try to avoid painting over the wood because I have already highlighted it, and I'm considering the wood to be more or less done. I will be going over and weathering the entire building later on, but I will probably do that, do all the buildings together. I will just have to see, or maybe I will just finish this one. I haven't decided yet. It is nice to have like a finished piece, but it's also really nice if you're doing like just one kind of task or job, and just to try to batch it all up. I'm just adding like this thin watery layer, and I will go over it with a brighter one with some more white into the mix. And it doesn't matter if this hasn't finished yet, dried up yet. You can just kind of wet blend it together, and it looks perfectly fine. As you can see, there are a lot of cracks in the walls, and that is because I've been using like air drying clay to on the walls, and it just cracks naturally. I think this is really starting to come together now. Can't wait for the next brighter layer. It's really going to make the like the plaster kind of pop and make it more distinguishable from the wood. The terrain I make, I usually don't make it very colorful. I want it to be look kind of bleak and desolate, which I guess kind of fits with the Mordheim lore. It is like a ruined city. It's a damned city, after all, and it kind of makes the whatever miniatures you have on the table. It makes them stand out. But I still think the terrain adds a lot of atmosphere. I'm very happy with how this piece is turning out. When I spill, I just usually just use my fingers and just dab it off or smear it off. Sometimes, if you're lucky, it will create like this nice, like nasty weathered effect. So you can sometimes have your accidents work for you instead of against you. So that is always good, in my opinion. Now here we do have a problem at the top, because I didn't press down the clay as I should have, so it's just like a big ugly blob on top. But I want to do something later to hide it with some foliage and stuff, and I think it's going to look, you won't be able to notice it when I'm done covering it up. Sometimes you just have to put makeup on your mistakes, you know. And like this, I think that's all of the plaster, the walls. Just need to add a little bit on top here, and same on this side. Like so. And I think we are ready to mix in some more white. And I think this is the step where it's really going to make a big difference. Hopefully. I think it's already looking kind of good. I don't think this looks terrible, but I want the walls to kind of have a little bit more of a pop, if that makes sense. I'm not quite sure how light I want it to go, but it can't be too bright, but I don't want to do like 7 layers of on the walls either. So I will just, it is quite watered down now, so it shouldn't be covering too much either, but oh, that was a bit too bright. Oh, now I'm messing up. Just need to get a little bit of a paper towel and just dab it away. The mix is just a little bit too bright, so I will pull some of the previous mix into it. I'll just have to try again. Oh, at this point I don't try to... this is... No, I'm back to making it a little bit brighter again. It's not a precise science at all. I just try to not completely cover it, kind of like just dabbing it a little bit here and there. So that some of the previous paint still kind of shines through, and you don't have you don't want like a uniform look on these kinds of walls. Kind of makes it look unnatural because they are old and battered and kind of like decrepit. I think it's starting to look good. It is bringing it up a notch in the brightness. I'll just continue to do this. Oh. All over the walls here. I think it's a it's a really nice effect with the multiple layers kind of building on each other and keeping some of the old, just makes it look a bit more moldy and stuff. I'm not sure how to describe that look, but I know that I enjoy it. Okay, so this brush is it's a bit wonky to work with, because I have put it through a lot of nasty work. It has had a lot of glue and sand and all kinds of stuff on it. Wall filler and of course paint. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. Just gonna keep on adding these, and when I'm done with the walls, I think I will be, hopefully the bricks should be dried. I did some washes before I started the stream, because it takes a little bit of time to dry. So I hope it's dry enough for going over with some dry brushing, which is going to make the stonework pop a little more as well. This isn't dry brushing exactly. It's more like I'm just dabbing it with a wet brush, and the paint is kind of thin, so you can just build up. If you want a place to be a bit brighter, you can just keep dabbing on the haters, and it will just build up a little bit more. Like here, if I wanted just to, it is just builds up a little bit more paint, and this way it doesn't go in the cracks as much. I see I have already gotten some like bright paint into the cracks, but I hope some washes will fix that later on. So I think that is just one more side, and we will be done with the walls. And, if anyone wants to try to do this at home, it is actually really easy. I think if you're on the fence, I'm not sure if you can do this yourself. It is very, very easy. You don't need any experience, really. You can just, all the techniques that I use are very easy. It doesn't require previous experience at all. It doesn't require much precision, and it's at least for my part, it's very stress-free hobby stuff. This is much more how do I say, relaxing than painting miniatures, at least for me. It might differ from person to person, of course, but for me this is very relaxing, very, very easy to do. Got a little bit too much paint on the brush there. Just keep on just dabbing it down. I will have to paint the shield as well. I was thinking maybe just like a 50-50 split of I have a limited amount of colors here, so I think it's going to be white and green, because those are the colors that I have. And it will make it stand out a little bit to the rest of the colors in the palette. So I think that is going to be kind of cool. Now here there are some really hard to reach places. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I will just try to put a little bit of paint down there. It won't be that noticeable in the end anyway. So I'm not going to spend too much time caring about it. Just adding a little bit of paint to the sides here. So this is looking all nasty, which is what I want. And just putting some paint down on the side as well. Now, I guess we could just do like a quick final highlight-ish kind of thing. Just a little bit of brightness here and there. To give it kind of like a sense of what it might have been like when it was kind of new or fresh, or not decrepit. Just adding a little bit more white into the mix. And it is looking better with each passing, in my eyes. And I will just do a base coat. I'm just using the cream color, and I will do like make it brighter and brighter, and do like a final, well, you'll just see. And here we go. Whites, the walls are done. They're not supposed to be looking like neat or pretty. They're supposed to look like kind of blemished and nasty. So now I will get my, I have like a gray mix. I just mix like black and white, easy peasy. That makes gray. Just try to keep a limited palette, and I have it like this closed box that I just keep some of the paint in to keep it from session to session. And now I will be needing some more paper towels, because I will be dry brushing quite a bit. Now I got this big brush. I will just try to see how this works with as a dry brush. I haven't used it before. I just want to see if I can save some time, because the other dry brush I have is it's a bit on the small side. Okay, so it is. Yeah, there is some gray. It is picking out a little bit of the details. You can't see it too well on the camera, I think, but just gradually it will pick out some of the stonework. I just went for a slightly lighter gray color as well in the box. And this base is very dark because I washed it with this brown black mix. So it needs a little bit of gray to be built up again. I'm trying to move it from the top and down to kind of imitate where the light would hit them, the highlights. That was maybe just a little bit too much paint on the brush, but at this point it's not too important. But yes, it is bringing out a little bit more of the gray, and yeah, I washed it with some greens and some browns, and it's like around this area you can see a little bit of the green shining through, which I really like, to have like this kind of mossy ish tone to it. Just keep doing this for a little bit. And then I will change gears and get the creamy highlight, which will brighten up the stone and kind of tighten together with all the rest. Like there's this kind of window here. I just want to see if I can just pick out those bricks a little bit more and make them brighter than the rest, just to kind of make the details stand out a little bit. And I will be adding some vegetation and some like vines and stuff, which should make it more visually interesting. And as you can see, the highlights really brings out the bricks. It picks out the textures and the edges and all that kind of good stuff. So here we go. Last round of gray highlights on it, and we should be ready to move up to the next level of highlights. Oh, I forgot the front part. Okay. No, I think we already did this, but we did it with a brighter dark, so I'll just bring this up to speed with the rest of the bricks. Like so. And I will move on to the cream. I will be using like the lighter cream color. I think should be fine. Maybe I will try with a bit darker one. I don't want it to be too bright, because that can kind of ruin it. I'll just be a bit more gentle with the highlights here, with the dry brushing. Not because I want it to be a bit more subtle, I guess. Yeah, it just really picks out the highlights, or not the highlights, but the edges and the textures. It very much brings it to life. Let's see here. Yeah. It's starting to come to life, for real. And now I will, like I said earlier, I will just highlight like the window a bit more than the rest, just to make it kind of stand out from the rest. Yeah, if you can use a big brush, well, pretty much always use the biggest brush that you can get away with. Is my my advice, especially when you're doing just like this kind of work, which doesn't require too much finesse. Because it will save you a lot of time, and it's something that I need to keep in mind, because I'm a very slow painter. It is very cool seeing like all the brown wash and the green wash. It's still kind of shining through a little bit and mixing with the grays and the highlights. It all comes together and looks a lot more natural if you're just starting with black and then do gray and a light gray. It is going to look kind of boring, and the stones and bricks, they aren't just one color in real life. They have so many hues and stuff to them. So I think that should more or less do it. Now I need to also get some dry brushing done on the door here. I'm not sure how well this will go. I will just, when I do wood, I do dark umber, then I do a little bit of raw sienna, and I highlight it. The final highlight is the cream. So right now I will just use a smaller dry brush, and I will use the raw sienna, the yellowish brown, and see how that looks. It's the same that I have used for all the other wood, so it should be fine, but this door is kind of, it's a bit of different texture, but yeah, oh, it should be fine. It is picking out the details. A big shout out to my buddy Elias for 3D printing the 3D printed parts. I very much appreciate it. So I will, there are some hinges and like a lock and stuff, and I will pick that out, and I will just give it like this rust effect. It is easy, and the rust is like orange-ish, so it really stands out. It really pops, in my opinion, for a little to no effort. Now I'm just going over with the light dry brush. The light cream colored brown dry brush, and like so. Don't want to overdo it. I want to keep some like difference in the wood to make it look more natural. Now I will just clean off the brushes, and I will get out the texture paint so we can work on the rust, because it will take a little bit time to dry. So I want it to get it on so we can actually maybe paint the shield or something while we wait. Also, I can see that I spilled some paint here, so I will just go over it with a dark brown. That is just what happens when you have to paint near stuff. You will make some mistakes here and there, but they are easily fixed. And just add a little bit of paint, or just do a wash later on. I will go over this and tidy it up. Some of the mistakes they're just bound to happen. And I will just have to re-highlight the wood here and there. That's no biggie at all. Oh, I even got some on the roof here. Maybe I will just add some leaves. I will add some foliage later on. That kind of also covers up some of the mistakes. Yeah. It is all kind of dirty anyway, so luckily for me, because I'm not very neat. Like so, and yeah, just a little bit more here. Like that. And I'll just add another quick layer to the shield to give it a decent base coat for when I will paint it later on. Now let's get back to the rust business. I'm using Typhus Corrosion, which is a technical paint by Games Workshop. It has this lovely brownish color to it, and it also has some texture added into it. So I'm adding it to the window here. And what the texture does is it makes it easier to pick up texture when you're dry brushing. So when you want to give it this kind of rusty effect, it's very effective. I will just make everything that is metal, I will just make it rusted. You could of course do like some bronze with some patina on it, but I will just make it all like rusted iron. all the other buildings that I have done have this rust colors on them, so it makes it kind of more cohesive, and it's also a very easy effect to do and a time effective way of getting it done. And I also really enjoy the colors of it. So that is more or less all the metal parts should be covered by that. Yeah, just going over to see, to double check. And with that done, I think, oh, like so, just adding a little bit of dark brown. I'll just see if I have to re-highlight it later on. Now we have to wait quite a bit for the rust paint to dry. So, and also the shield is still kind of wet. Let's see if I can. Well, I will just get the bridge out, and I will be doing some work on the bridge while we wait for the paint to actually dry. So here we go. It's a big boy. It's taken quite a while to get it up, but I'm very happy with it so far. It has like the three arches, and this part it has like this rusted grading, which I really like, and I do enjoy the towers. And I made of like this kind of arch that is going across it. And I have been doing up some signs to go. See if I can get this in focus. Yeah, I made a town that says I made a sign that says Town Square, and this one is supposed to say Eastgate. Now these are not masterpieces by any stretch of the imagination, but I think they will be adding a little bit of flavor and just kind of telling a story by hanging on the metal grating. So I'll just see if I can attach them with maybe just a little bit of super glue. I don't want to get the big the hot glue gun ready, because it's so messy. So I don't really like working with super glue either. You have very little time to do adjustments. Let's see if I can get it to stick. Yeah, I think that looks good. Just having the sign hang there. And I'll just swap to the other side and add a little bit of super glue and get the Eastgate part of the sign up. Now, I also want to see if I can add some maybe a skull or something else hanging from the I kind of wanted them to square up to each other. I'll just have to That it didn't stick as how I wanted it to do. I'll just add a little bit more glue to the base of the metal. And I'm just adding a little bit more to the glue, no, to the sign itself. I'm sorry for the terrible camera angle. Just add it like so, and now we have our sign. What do you guys think? Is it looking all right? Oh, I forgot. I will add a little bit of background music. See what I can find. There we go. Now we have something else than my voice to listen to. And I will also start my follower goal. I would really like to get to 30 and eventually get to 50 followers, so I can get the affiliate stuff and have some more interaction with the chat and all that kind of good stuff. So well, I think the design, it's no masterpiece at all. I think it's kind of meh, but I think it's good enough. It's just another little detail to feast your eyes on as you play. Now I can see I have all of this is made out of like this pink XPS foam, and I can just see a little bit of a gap where it's still showing. So I will absolutely have to fix that. I can't have that showing. So I will just get some. I'm just making like this really thin wash of black and brown, and I'll just slide it into the cracks where it's visible. And then it's very easy. You can just dab or just smudge it around. It will just leave some of the color, and it just makes it look it kind of makes it look better when you have some more color variation to all the stone bits, like so. And I think we should add a little bit of some brown wash to the bridge. Thank you, the Control 85. I appreciate it a lot. One step closer to my final goal of 50 followers. I will retire happy if I have 50 followers, man. I don't aim too high. Just want to be able to make some content and stream and hang out with a little bit of a community. So now I just did I think I will add some more water, but it's just a watered out mix of black and burnt umber. Now I don't have this mix exactly down, so we will just have to see how it looks. And I think this part is a bit boring, so I will just add a little bit of brown here, maybe a little bit of brown. Yeah, I'll just dot it in here and there. That was nice. When you're working with wash, it's easy to build up and remove, and yeah, just work as you go along. And since this is a wash, it looks dark now, but it will kind of dry out, and it won't look as brown when it dries. And you can also kind of just assist it a little bit with some dabbing of a paper towel, like so, and you can remove some of it so you have a little bit more control, and it should dry up nicely. And I also have just a little bit of this green mix left. It's just a dark green and a little bit of black. I'm just gonna mix it up with the brown stuff I already have, and add more water to it, because this green is actually it's a really strong green. It picks up a lot of color, even if it's washed out. Now, what I'm thinking with this green is kind of just to make it like where water has collected, maybe. I don't know, especially around and on the inside of the archway, just to add a little bit of color variation to the stonework. And this is supposed to have been a bridge over like a river that has now dried out. So I want to kind of make it, especially towards the bottom, I want to kind of green it up, because there has been like some slimy waters there, which kind of, you want it to try to convey a story when you can. And also I have added some on the inside, because I can just imagine like water like pouring and just trickling down the sides of the walls on the inside. So I will just turn this around like so. I will do the lower side with a bit more green, keep it concentrated around the bottom of the bridge, where I imagine the waters has kind of like made it slimy and stuff. And I'm not sure if you noticed the difference between this side. Thank you so much, Control 85. That is very kind of you. Yes, I will give it time. I'm not in a rush at all. Even if I ask for followers, but it's just a friendly reminder. I will be building stuff anyway, so it's not like I will quit the hobby if I don't reach 50 followers, because that is not the main motivation for me. I don't see this as creating content. I see this as creating terrain with the added benefit of actually like being content and community building at the same time. The Mordheim community is so cool and so good. It's a very strong community with a lot of nice people all over the world. Now, just going from the old side, no, not the old side, but the one that I washed. I think this one is looking kind of already a little bit boring because it doesn't have the coloration. So I will. I think I'm on the right path with a little bit more of the browns, just scattered here and there. And you can see here I over highlighted, so I will just try to dirty it down with some extra browns. Just pick it out here and there, maybe some on the parapet, and try not to go overboard because I don't want it to be completely brown either, but it really does give it this nice kind of color variation. It makes it much more interesting to look at. And it's one of my favorite parts of the hobby is just being able to relax and just slap some paint around, and yeah, it's very easy to fix if you're not happy. You can just go over with some extra dry brushing, or yeah. I think that should be all right. Got a little bit of extra color here and there. Sometimes you can just dab it off, but it will still remain in the cracks. That gives it some extra color, even if the bricks themselves aren't that brown. And I really like the green. It's not like a bright green, but it has like this greenish hue. And I will eventually, when I get this on the board, I will try to make it like a dried up, half dried up river with a little bit of water in it still. And I want the water to be kind of like this greenish, slimish, ugly kind of water. So hopefully that will look good, as they say. Now I am tempted to go back to the guardhouse. Just checking if it is, yeah, it should be dry. So I will do the guardhouse, and then I will add some foliage to both of them. I will see. Hopefully, I can make some vines on the fly. It should be possible. I'm not sure if it will dry in time, but I think it will. It's a pretty cool technique, and I don't see a lot of other people using it. So it might be interesting to you guys. And it does give like this sick effect in my eyes. It's maybe other people won't like it, but I do enjoy it. Now we will get the Rise of Rust, which is like the companion piece, I guess, to the Typhus Corrosion, which is this really dry paint, and you just kind of, it's just made for dry brushing. It might be a bit of a scam, to be honest, but it is a nice color, and it does work, even though there are probably cheaper ways of doing this than buying GW stuff. But I got this a long time ago when I wasn't building terrain. I was using this for like just minis, and no, this is it isn't dry. It's not dry enough. I pick up a lot of the rusty brown stuff on my dry brush, so that won't do. I will just get out the stuff, and I will try to show you guys how I make like climbing vines. So if you just give me a quick minute, and I will be right back. Now, to begin making the vines, what you need is just some bit of rope. I have this like really coarse hemp kind of rope, and it is like entwined. And what I want to do is like, let's measure up. I wanted to start around here, and I wanted to kind of climb up all the way onto the top, and maybe a little bit on the roof. So I'll get some extra. It's better to have some spare than to have too little, even though you can kind of connect them. So just cut that off with a pair of scissors. Now let's see. What you want to do is you want to kind of unravel the rope. So this splits into like two pieces at first. Let's just, I want to try to get it pretty much all the way down to the beginning. Just unravel it. Like this is a bit finicky, and it's not very precise. You don't have like a lot of control over it, but it does give a nice effect. And then after you have unraveled those two pieces, or however many there are, you just kind of unravel the two other halves, so that they become like many strands. Now, this is it will become quite a bit of a mess, because we have to use some like spray glue and stuff, but it's all good fun. Let's see. As you can see now, it kind of bears some resemblance to like climbing vines. That is what we're aiming for. Ow. Let's just see how it looks thus far. And you can kind of have them like maybe go off a little bit to the sides here. Now, what I really want them to do, the reason why I'm making these, is primarily to just hide the terrible mistake that I did with the clay on top. So it is a lot of work just to get rid of one mistake, but I think it will also look really good on the building and on the terrain as well. I'm just trying to loosen it a little bit more to give it a bit more length. Now let's see, can we make it reach? Can we hide it? My dreadful mistake. Yes, we should be able to reach the top while still covering the building. Just and if it isn't like fully unraveled all over the place, that's fine as well, because it kind of looks like plants. They kind of twine together a little, so more than other places. So you have like thicker parts, and then you have like the offshoots. Like I said, this is it is a bit messy, and it's not very precise, but I think we are ready to start expanding on it. Yeah, I think that is more than enough. If need be, I can just add a little bit to the bottom. Now, what we need now is just something to cover up this place. So I will go get some cardboard. That should be good for the purpose of just protecting my workplace and also the terrain in the background. So just adding like so. I don't really need the house here. I just need this piece of crap, the twine, and I will get my worst enemy. I am using this CRC called fast glue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this onto the plants here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of leaves from my leaf mix. I'm gonna add some of these. It just gives it a little bit more, like a little bit more texture, I guess. I don't want to go overboard with the leaves either, because I don't want it to look like a tree by any stretch. Let's just see if we can. Now this is really messy. Oh shit, I don't have a lot of control over the nozzle either. So now I have just sprayed it with a fast glue, whatever it's called. I'll just try to pull it off. As you see, it sticks to it, and now it's looking a little bit more like a plant. And the glue will remain and stay sticky for a bit, but I think we can just go over it with a light spraying of dark brown, but that's what I usually do. But I wanted to try to see if I can just add some color to it with a paintbrush, because I haven't tried that before. Now the materials used for this cost close to nothing, so if this doesn't work, I will just redo it. Or it will cost me like 2 cents in twine, and the birch is also the birch seeds. The leaf litter is also free, at least where I live, because I can just pick it off from the ground close to where I live. 2 minutes walk from my house. There's just a ton of it on the ground. So now I will just add some dark brown to this, and I'm watering it out a whole bunch. I think I will need to get it to kind of get in there. I haven't tried this before, so we'll just have to see what the final result is. For those just joining, I'm making a kind of like climbing vine. This is not working that well because it's hard to get the brush to kind of stick to it. Another quick second. Okay. So I have this already mixed up. It's water, PVA, and a little bit of brown glue in this squirt bottle. I'll just see if I can color it with it. It might be clogged. I haven't used it for like almost a year, I think. Oh well, that did not work at all. Back to the old drawing board. I'm trying to use the brown mix, but even more watered out. I will add more water to the brown paint, just to see if I can everything is so sticky here. The glue it's both amazing and it's a nightmare to work with at the same time. It does exactly what I wanted to do, but it also yeah, it's just so sticky and terrible at the same time. So now I think this should be fine. It is actually getting a little bit of color to the vines. I don't want them to be to look like just this light brown yellowish color that it is, that the rope is naturally. I just want to add a little bit of dark brown, and here and there just feel free to leave some of the original color still in, because I think that they don't look terrible together. I just want to kind of taint the colors a little bit so that they don't look like uniform. And you can't really tell at the moment. It looks kind of it looks terrible. It doesn't look like anything, but when this dries up, I'll just, I think it's going to look pretty cool actually. I will add some a little bit of brown to the other side as well, because I want it to be colored all the way through. And this is a mess. You should never use like your cutting mat as a background for this, because it will never be clean again. It will forever be stained by the spray glue. So let's. It's very hard to control this this bush or these creeping vines. But I think that is looking actually, well, you can't see it, but let me see if I can try to get it out. It does kind of look like climbing vines. So I will just leave that to dry, and we will add it to the house. And I'm thinking of making maybe one or two more now that I have the equipment ready, so I can put that on the bridge, because I want some climbing vines on the bridge as well, just because I do like the look of it. Oh, what do you guys think of this technique? Is it something that you might consider using yourself? Here we got it on some clean cardboard. And it's okay, I won't touch it now because it's not dry, but you can still move it around and shape it like you want when it's dry. Now, yeah, let's just do it one more time. I have no particular length that I want it to be for this. I'm just get a rope and split it. This one is like 2. Like many of the techniques I use, they are not very hard to do. They might be boring at times or like a bit fiddly, but they don't require that much precision or experience. You can just do it right out of the gate. I hadn't made any of these bushes before I did my first one. And I didn't have any experience doing it beforehand. And I am not an expert at this at all. I'm still a novice. I'm just learning by doing. And it's a very forgiving hobby in my opinion. Especially when you use cheap materials like just some rope and cheap glue, cheap paint, cheap everything. Now, I will mention, you can also, if you are interested in the leaf litter, you can also buy it from Green Stuff World. They sell like these small tubs with it, which is very handy. And if you don't have access to it, then Green Stuff World will help you out. Even though you have to pay quite a bit if you want to cover like a big board with it. Now I have one of the smaller ones done, and I will just unravel this one as well. And we should be it can be so annoying when it starts twisting around itself. But that is perfectly fine. Okay, so we got some more twisted up. Oh, what the... It is all over the place now. It is... I didn't twist it up enough. I forgot one of them. You just want all of them to be kind of frayed as much as possible to make it look, I think that makes it look more natural than if you have like, if they are staying together too much. So now we have this, we have another mess, and I will just try to leave them scattered like this. Get the fast glue out. And just That should be more than enough. You don't need a lot because the glue is so sticky it will catch every single damn particle in the room. This will be a little bit wasteful on the leaf litter because you can't use the one. Well, maybe you can, but it will be kind of like full of glue, so you might be able to save some of it, but yeah, a lot of it will be kind of messed up. So now we have another bush vine kind of thing. The glue is so sticky. It's the stickiest glue I have ever used. I will just grab my my dark brown paint, and I will just stop saying just. That is my main goal. I should add that as a new goal. I tried not to repeat myself, but English is not my first language, which you could probably tell. But I'm using my brown wash to just kind of taint the color of the rope so it isn't as bright and shiny. Let's see, I will try to add a little bit of the lighter brown to the mix. I haven't done that before. Let's just see how that turns out. Might be good, might be not good, as they say. It's just I said it again. It's nice and important to have fun while you are doing this stuff. It's not the end of the world if you can't get something to work the way you want it to work. Okay, I think this is looking kind of interesting as well. Like it's a different hue. It's not as dark and black. I'll add a little bit more water to make it flow better, to color the bush or the climbing vine, the climbing plant that I'm making. Oh, it's so messy. At the moment you can't really tell what is going on because it's just a mess of rope and glue and paint. But I will hopefully the first piece will dry before the end of the stream, and I can attach it to the building. Okay. I'm just adding a little bit to the back side as well. It won't be that important because you have to glue it to one side, which is also a mess, which I can show you. But so yeah, this, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's just one of those things that when you kind of have to do the last step to really get the results. And I believe that this is one of those things that it doesn't look pretty just lying on a piece of cardboard all wet and sticky and stuff, but it will look good when I get it on the house. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping. Speaking of the house, I will try to get some paint done on the shield. Let me find my palette. Now I do think I have a smaller brush as well here. It is an old Winsor Newton 7 series Kalinsky Sable, so once upon a time this was a good brush at least, so I can't use that as an excuse if I mess this up. It's not an important detail, but I still want to kind of not go from base to final highlight. So I will try to. I'm just gonna do half and half. This isn't Golden Demon, by the way. So I tried to drag it along because I wanted to have this sort of wooden feel, so that there is still some wood grain under the paint. That is the white part done, and I will also be adding a final highlight of white over this. Now the other side I want to be green. I mean, I have, because that's the only other color I have available at this this hobby studio. I of course have lots of miniature paints at home, but currently I do not. So let's see. I'll just have to see what this looks like straight out of the bottle. Now this is not miniature paint, it's just basic acrylic paint from a hobby shop. I'll try to be. This is hard when there's a camera in the way. Okay, but like so. Now we have the green as well. It does not look amazing, but it looks perfectly serviceable. Yeah, we will be adding a little bit more paint to that later on. Just need to give that the time to dry. And yeah, it's just a little splash of color into this otherwise kind of bleak and bland looking place. So I think it's a nice addition. And speaking of nice additions, I think the rust added to the windows should make it pop a little bit more. And I will just abandon the small brush and go for the medium dry brush for this one. And yeah, usually you have to remove a lot of the excess paint when doing the dry brush, but I kind of want it. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too much, but I want the rest to kind of pop, at least in some places. So this might not be realistic, but I just kind of wanted to show so that it yeah. I wanted to be visible from a distance, so it kind of just pops out. I might just go over with a wash to kind of mute the rest where I think it's too strong. And I am going to go back on what I just said, and I will go back to the small brush anyway, because I need to do to get some finer details here. I just want to, like in the small window down here, and you can see that some of the rust is kind of flaking off onto the bricks, which is something I will just tidy up later. Get those hinges popping with the orange. It doesn't always have to be 100% realistic. You want to have some artistic freedom, and sometimes you want to make it just more visible and interesting to the eye, and give this terrain a little bit of extra color. And I think that should be allowed. Just have fun. Sometimes the rest shouldn't necessarily be this bright at times, but it just catches the eye more. It makes it a bit more interesting, and all the other pieces are like rusted like this, so it makes it cohesive. Now, I think that adds a little bit to the house, makes it more interesting, at least to me. Now this house is actually looking really close to being finished. I'm going to go over the shield, and hopefully the plants are somewhat dried, so I can apply that as well. Just have to clean my dry brushes so that I don't ruin them. They are actually quite nice brushes. Okay, back to painting the shield. I will go for let's just go for a pure white this time. I'm trying to keep it thin, so that I can do like the wood grain, make it kind of streak. It probably won't be picked up on cam, but I think the effect is it's decent to the naked eye at least, and it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Now I'm just doing a quick mix of white and green, because those are the two colors I have available, and I will just do a highlight of the shield. Do around the edges at least. Then I will just try to do the streaks. To look like it's an old wooden shield that has been painted. Well, I'm not going to win any trophies with this paint job, but it is serviceable at least. I just mixed in a little bit more white to try to just pop the edges and maybe just add a few more streaks of green. Yeah, that should do it for the shield. It's not a big detail, but it is a tiny splash of color. Now let me check the plant. It is not completely dry, but that should be fine. Okay. I hope you see what I was talking about now, that it doesn't look so good when it's just a bunch of crap on some cardboard, but when you get it climbing up, it might even have to cover the shield I just painted, but and I will just cut off the stuff on the top that's sticking out all over the place. That is looking, at least to my eyes, this is looking pretty good. Like you have this plant climbing up the side of the house like so. If you have any comments, preferably praise, just comment in chat. Now let's see if I can. This is the part I hate, because I don't have any like good ways to make the plants stick, other than to use this terrible spray glue. But I will get it stuck in like so. The bottom part I will just have to cut off and make it like seem natural as it's growing into the ground. Now the paint was still a bit wet here, so that might affect how the glue sticks to it, but knowing this glue, it will just stick to absolutely everything. I think you can glue water together with the glue. No, water together with water with this glue. It is the most sticky thing in the entire world. It is what I imagine it is. Feels like to maybe a jerk off Spider-Man or something. It's just so stringy and sticky and just all over the place. I'm just working in like kind of like sections, just trying to get it to stick to the glue in the different places. But it really loves sticking to fingers. Okay, it has not stuck to the bottom. That is, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'll just add some more of the sticky glue. Maybe it is too wet to actually be working with at the moment. My fingers are just full of paint from working with the plant. I wish I had one of those dry blowers so I could just make it dry quicker. But I haven't bought one of those. Yeah, I think I shot my load too early here, and I should have waited for it to dry. But that is a lesson learned. I usually wait 24 hours before I glue them, and today I don't think I even waited 24 minutes. But the top part is actually the driest, so I think we should be able to make it all stick, and it can just dry. Yeah, I really like this effect with the plant. I think it looks super cool and super interesting. It's also a very efficient way to cover up mistakes. Now I have glue strings all over the place. I also have it pretty much all in place now. Now the glue, it's not super visible when it dries. It kind of dries out transparent like wood glue or PVA glue. Okay, so now we have I don't like to toot my own horn, but this is looking pretty fucking awesome. Jesus Christ, I love that effect. Super cool in my opinion. I really enjoy that. Could this be done better? I am sure it could. But this is the way I do it, and I think it is quite effective. It's not hard to do. It's a bit finicky, and I hate the glue. I really do hate the glue, but that's just how it is. I will get some more leaf litter, and I will add some leaves to the roof and to the building. Yeah, the dead plants really, they do kind of add to the whole aesthetic of Mordheim. And I like the shield just showing through, but being half covered by the plants. That is not something I intended, but it was what I would call a happy accident. There is some extra glue here. I will just try to make some of the leaf stick to it, and then I will get my favorite glue, the wood glue, and I will use that to get the rest of the leaf litter on the roof. Now I try to use it sparingly, even though I like the effect, but you have to keep in mind that it is easy to go overboard, and sometimes less is more. I truly believe that. I'm just using wood glue. This is from Clas Ohlson, which is a Scandinavian or Swedish brand. You can of course use whatever wood glue or PVA glue is available to you. It is very universal. I don't think there are like brands that are vastly superior to others when it comes to wood glue. I just try to keep this watered out and just try to dab it here and there. There are some places like where the wood and the shingles meet. I just imagine that some leaves might end up there, and at the top of the gavel, is that the top beam, whatever it's called, and in the corners is where I imagine like leaves would be more likely to gather up. But there's also like, I just like adding like just a few single leaves, or like 1 or 2 leaves getting stuck together on a roof. It's not unthinkable either. I just try to add them here and there and just have fun with it. And a little bit extra on the top here. I think that would be good. Let's see. Thank you so much for the follow, James R8D4, for the follow. It means a lot to me, and I hope I can make some more content for you in the future. I will be streaming at least twice a week moving forward. I will, after just dropping all of this leaf, I will show you what I'm working towards. Just give me a quick second. Now this looks like a lot, but when you shake it, it just evaporates. And I will just leave that to dry, and I will do the other side. But let's do a quick intermission. Now this is my current project. It is 2 out of 4 boards for my Mordheim terrain. It's kind of, I have the cam on a boom at the moment, so it's hard to show all the details. But I will do that in a stream soon, because I am starting to do my 3rd board, which the bridge and this guardhouse is a part of. But as you can see, it is a lot of terrain. Pretty much all of it is scratch built. The exceptions being the mausoleum, the graveyard bits. They are from Games Workshop. So in 1 or 2 streams, I should be 100% done with the guardhouse and the bridge, and I will be starting work on the 3rd board and making just planning it and doing all kinds of fun stuff with it. Now we have some leaves to add to this side of the building. And some leaves got stuck to the PVA glue, but that's fine. They will just be a part of the building now. I will add a little bit around the chimney, some here and there, just scatter it. Scatter, I mean. It's, the old English isn't always that good, I guess. That's, I try to tell myself that's a part of the charm. The charm is the broken English. I hope it's not too jarring for any English-speaking viewers out there. It is improving. At least I imagine that it is improving ever so slightly every time I turn on the camera and have to use all the unfamiliar words. And some stuff is just like a complete tongue twister to me. Especially, I think it's the R's and the W sound. It's my arch nemesis in the English language. Just saying the English language is quite a struggle. Oh well. Just have to to work on it, I guess. Now, I think that's the an appropriate amount of leaves. I will add a little bit more to the backside here, and I will just maybe add some here that has gotten stuck into the wood stuff. That's fun. Maybe I can find some other places for it to get kind of a little bit stuck here, maybe in this corner here. Just try to have fun. And if you are ever doing terrain, don't be too hard on yourself. The things that you think are glaring, obvious faults, people will probably never notice. It's just you are the one. Just remember that you are the one that is inspecting the terrain the most, by far. So now we have there's probably some I can go over it with some extra weathering and stuff, but this is being very close to being finished. I will do some weathering, just like some washes and stuff, but I will do that when I have finished all the buildings, and I will do like this one big batch of just weathering it all together, because then I can be more consistent with the paints, and I can have all of it mixed together at the same time, which saves me some time, and it should make the results better as well. Just having to pick the leaf litter back up. I will never be able to get all the leaf litter back up. It will probably follow me. Some will follow me home, some will get stuck in my car, some will end up places I won't mention on stream. But it is worth the price of admission. Okay, I think that is looking mighty fine, if I'm being honest with you. I am happy with myself and how this thing turned out. This side is probably the most boring of the house, but this side with the additional roof, and this side with the shield and the climbing plants, and this one with the extra woodwork and the missing shingles and the chimney. I think it all in all, it's I'm happy with the build. I will go back and get the bridge. I'll check out the effects. I added a bit of brown washes, and I think it is looking more interesting already. Yeah, both sides are looking much better than they did. I think it's a more interesting color to look at when it's a mix of everything. Even though I did the plants a bit too early, I think I will just repeat the mistake to prove that I am in fact an idiot. And I think I will have these like climb up the sides here, and maybe across the sign as well. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like it's traveling a little bit all over the place, and have some maybe going off in its own direction here. Something like this. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's just try and see what happens. It is still a bit wet, but what I learned from my other mistake is that the mistake wasn't that bad, which is the worst kind of lesson you can teach me. Just gives me more confidence in doing stupid stuff. So I guess it's not even a lesson. This I can hear that the rain is pouring down outside, and I would prefer it to be nice weather, because there is a Easter holiday in Norway at the moment, but it is really nice to be able to stay inside and do hobby stuff when it is pouring down. I'm just putting a little bit of glue here and there. Yeah, this is so cool. I really love this. Like I did not plan for this, but I think it is going to be pretty damn amazing with just a few vines crawling over the sign, like so. Yeah, it does look like nature is reclaiming the city, which is what I'm going for. Now, I think that is good enough. I will just cut the plants on the bottom. I will try to, when I put this down on the board, I will of course do something to kind of hide the roots or make it look like it's springing out from the ground or something. Okay, like so. That is looking pretty damn cool. I like it. I really enjoy that. When everything has dried, I think I will try to make the plants kind of like stick to the wood here, because that makes more sense, like how these vines would climb. But as for now, I'll just leave it like so. Super happy with how the plants look. Super happy with how the bridge is turning out. I think the colors do kind of match. The bright browns and orange from the plants really makes it pop, in my opinion, and it even makes the gray more interesting, just by being in contrast. At least that's how I feel. And maybe I should add a bush. Should we put a bush inside of the grating here? Yes, why ever not? I did bring... No, let me see. I think I have some finished stuff here. Yes. This is perfect actually. Let me show you. I have this seaweed, dried seaweed, from Green Stuff World. As you can see, it's very light. It has like this light greenish, light brown kind of color. Now, what I have done, I have just sprayed these lightly with some Liquitex raw umber, just to give them a little bit of a darker and more like dead plant kind of feeling to them. So I'll see, maybe I can. There might be some shrubbery around eventually when I finish this piece. I think I will actually add that at that time. I don't think this is the right time to get that kind of stuff out. But I will add. I think just like putting some shrubbery inside of, like something has grown between the grating, and maybe put like some bones or like skeleton stuff inside there would be fun, just to make it more interesting and just giving some details to people to discover. So I think I want to add a little bit of grass tufts. So let me see if I sorry about that. I had to grab the tufts. These are also from Green Stuff World, and I want to add some more, like not dead plants, but to something else other than the leaves, because leaves they fall from trees. I want to have it so that there's still growing stuff, and it's kind of growing into the buildings and that kind of crap. Now these tufts come with some glue already to the base, but I will add some more PVA just to make it stick even better. And I have some places I've just let the stones fall off, just for this kind of things to be possible. So I had like, I'll try to pull it out a little bit because it got stuck. Oh, maybe it is not too far. Just I'll just try to pull it out a little bit so that the tuft is showing like so. There's something growing between the rocks, and I will just keep on adding more of these in the cracks where I can fit them. And they do, if you find them to look kind of bright, you can just wash them with like a dark brown or a light brown wash, whatever you feel like, and it will take to the colors and it will tint it ever so slightly. Just putting some PVA glue inside, then just using a toothpick to gently nudge it in there. Yeah, I think that's I think that is adding some interesting details. Now, as I have said so many times already, but I try not to go overboard. Try to find like the balance between some tufts and not just like going ham bananas and just putting them all over the place. Just a little here and there to add some texture, to add some colors. It's yeah. I think maybe that's enough for this side. Just like 3 quick tufts, maybe one on this side, or no, I think here on this side would be. It's a perfect spot. It's one of the bricks is kind of pushed in. So it makes sense for something to kind of have gotten a hold here. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, it just adds a little bit of interest. Very happy with how this is coming together now. Yes, I am not complaining. I am not complaining. Now I will just add some tufts to the main bridge area, and then I will finish the other side. I'm feeling very excited about this bridge and this hobby project in general. I want to finish this by September. I want to have all 4 boards finished by September, because there's a big Mordheim tournament in Norway, and I want to be able to play on it in the tournament with all my friends. I just added one here, and I will try to maybe put one like in the side of at the wall here. Coincidentally, there was like a brick that I didn't have a lot of dry brushing, and it was looking kind of boring. Just sneak that in there. Like there is a lot of leaf scatter, but it just naturally kind of falls off here and there. I will try to lock it with a mix of PVA glue and water and paint later on, before I finish the entire thing, and that will kind of seal it in place. So I'm trying to avoid leaving too many of these, because they kind of make it makes it harder for the figures to stand if you have a lot of the tufts. So I try to keep them like out of the way you would normally move. Oh yeah, so happy with this. Now, yeah, this area is kind of looking a bit bare, so I think I'll try to put one here, maybe 2 tufts. Yeah, let's go crazy, boys. Let's go crazy and add 2 tufts close to each other. This is what the other streamers don't dare to show you, the double tuft move. Oh man, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Just have to go nuts every once in a while. I want to also add a tuft on the other side as well. Maybe I'll put one. There's a hole here, which I will like press one of the pieces into, and I will just try to add them like random, seemingly at random, but I try to keep like a little bit of thought behind the things that I do. But you don't want them to look like pre-planned tufts, because these tufts would not be planned. they would be kind of random. I'm just trying to shove it down so it's growing out of the, yeah, that is cool. And I will just finish with some down here, which is good because it was kind of boring looking. And here it will have sprung out from in between the cracks, because that is what the grass does. It just forces its way through everything. It's kind of insane. It just gets a hold and it just keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing, and yeah, unrelenting. Nature is unrelenting. Okay, so that is the bridge pretty much done as well. I think I will have to think about closing down shop, because I do have some Easter plans, spending some time with the family, having some eating some good food, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm very happy with how this went, and I'm also very happy to have people join today and give some feedback. I got some follows, which I really appreciate, and I hope to see you in the future. I just spotted some pink, and we can't have any pink showing because it looks absolutely horrendous. It's so hard to get into these cracks sometimes. I just need to add a little bit more of water and just have it seep in, just push and try to push the brush into it. It is not kind on the brush, this kind of work, so my apologies to all the brushes out there, but you are doing the Lord's work, and it is very much appreciated. More pink. No. Yeah, take care, Control. Have a nice Easter, you too. Now, yeah, I think that is it for the bridge. So both bridge and guardhouse done today, finished. I didn't do it all in one sitting, of course. This kind of stuff takes a lot of time. Let me just do my camera magic. Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy with how the vines turn out. Like nature reclaiming its territory. And the bridge also, I got the coloration of the tiles really improved how it looked, and adding of the tufts and the spreading of the vines. It's really solid in my eyes. I'm so happy with it. Not to toot my own horn too much, but I think it looks tremendous, and it's something I will keep on doing in the future. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't followed already, please do so if you want to watch more of this in the future. I have lots of exciting stuff to build. I have like 2 more big terrain pieces and 2 boards of terrain pieces coming up. So if you want to see the process live, that's make sure to tune in when I go live. I don't have like a set schedule yet, but I will be working on getting a proper schedule done for this, so people know when I'm going live or not. And if not, the videos are stored as video on demand on Twitch, and I have also made a YouTube channel called Mordheim Streams, where I will save all the videos, all the VODs. So that's where you can find it. Take care, and goodbye.